Well, for the first time since 2020, the official winner of the Kentucky Derby is running in the Breeders' Cup Classic this year. That is none other than Sovereignty. Coming in with a sparkling record, he is the fastest horse on paper, but he does have some questions to answer, as does journalism. He's got a new rider coming up on Saturday afternoon in Jose Ortiz, the Derby favorite, going to look to turn the tables on his rival in Sovereignty. And then the 3-year-olds, they got to deal with the big older horses, including the winner of this race last year, that being Sierra Leone, going to look to go back-to-back, be the first horse to do that since Tisnow in the early 2000s. And last but certainly not least is his rival, that being Fierceness. And Fierceness, we know when he's on his best game, he's arguably the horse to beat, but there are those instances where we don't always get the best version of him in what is going to likely be the final race of his career. Do we get that? We will find out on Saturday afternoon here at the Del Mar Thoroughbred Club. You're joining us live on FanDuel TV. Welcome to the Rood Riddle Breeders' Cup Draw Show. As you can see, the folks down in the paddock getting ready to go. Welcome to the FanDuel TV set. Matt Bernier alongside Rishi Prasad and Joaquin Jaime. Gentlemen, good to be with you. I feel like we've been talking about this event for the better part of, 6 months now, ever since Sovereignty really stamped himself as a legitimate threat to these horses after winning the Derby. Joaquin, are we making too much of this classic field? Have we been talking about it as if it could be one of the best ever? Are we going a little bit overboard, or is it accurate?
No, I think it's accurate. I think it's proper to go ahead and hype up this year's Breeders' Cup Classic. We have the top 3 finishers from this year's Kentucky Derby in the Classic. We have the top 3 finishers from last year's Breeders' Cup Classic back in here. There's certainly been high-profile horses to run in the Classic recently. Flightline comes to mind, American Pharaoh, Arrogate, Gunrunner. But the depth, Rishi, from top to bottom, it's something like we haven't seen in many, many years.
If I said to you guys last year that the top 3 horses in the Breeders' Cup Classic last year would return back this year, you'd think it'd take something really special to upstage those 3 horses, because they're all pretty special: Sierra Leone, Fierceness, and Forever Young, who then went and proved what a top-class horse he is in Saudi Arabia with that win of the Saudi Cup, and then ran really well in Dubai after running so hard. And then you look at what's happened with the 3-year-olds this year, and we have got something special. I said to the guys this morning on the breakfast show here that I'm here to see the Europeans do well. Yes, that's as a professional, that's as someone who loves European racing, but as a racing fan, I'm here to see Sovereignty.
Right.
Just as a guy who's loved racing since I was yay high, I'm here to see what this horse can really do. And the only way we'll find out is by testing him to his limit, and he's going to have to go to his limit to see off the quality of field.
I think all of us kind of fit that bill, where maybe you're not going to pick him, maybe you're not going to bet him, but I think we all want to see the best version of Sovereignty here in the Breeders' Cup Classic on Saturday afternoon. There's a look at the race slate coming up on Saturday. All Grade 1 action here. You can see the Breeders' Cup Classic goes off as race number 9, the $7 million event. If you're looking to sink your teeth into it from a wagering standpoint, take a look. Joaquin, you want to talk about a smorgasbord?
Well, I mean, and this is one of the things for the handicappers and gamblers when you attack Championship Saturday. Put it in baseball terms of the World Series. Go up looking for your pitch. You got to pick your spots. Take your best opinions wherever your best opinions are. That's where you could really have to attack on Saturday.
Rishi, we talked about it. The Classic goes as race number 9. Let's take a look at the pre-entries. We will find out in just a few moments where these horses will break from the starting gate going 1.25 miles. You can see the Breeders' Cup Challenge winners denoted there with that little bullet point. Sovereignty is the headliner. You've already brought it up from a sporting standpoint. Kind of hard to not root for him given what he's done and what he could still do. Am I being hyperbolic saying that maybe we haven't gotten to the bottom of him yet?
It feels like that watching his style of racing. It feels like he gets into a rhythm and he beats what's in front of him. And so far he's been, bar the Florida Derby, where he was obviously drawn widest of all that day, and that's something to bear in mind if he ends up in the wide draw, but that's his only blemish.
And on this style of racing, I think what we saw from the performance in the Belmont Stakes was bad news for everybody else going forward. And what I mean by that is, going into the Kentucky Derby on the first Saturday, May, he looked like a horse that was going to be held up. He was going to make one run, might even be pace dependent at some point. But then all of a sudden, he just starts sitting closer to the pace in the Belmont. And then he did it once again in the Jim Dandy Stakes. And then we just showed you the Travers Stakes right there. The fact that he can be involved and almost be a presser now, that was bad news for everybody else going on throughout the year.
You bring up the pace scenario. One of the main players as far as the pace is concerned in this year's Classic will be none other than Fierceness. Now, contrary thinking is going to be the pacemaker in this race. There's no doubt about that, Rishi. But what we saw from Fierceness here in August in the Pacific Classic was absolutely spectacular, even with this hiccup early on.
Yeah, the gates opened and he ducks left. And if you watch actually journalism and his rider it attracted everyone's attention, and he actually was caught staring at him for a minute or two. But despite this, he actually produces what I think is close to his career best. I thought it was an outstanding performance. I thought journalism's had a chance to close him down, but at the end, he's running away from journalism. That was my reading of the race, and that's why I thought he was going to be a huge challenger for Sovereignty.
He certainly loves coming to Southern California. The first time he was here in California, he won the FanDuel Breeders' Cup Juvenile, bang up second in last year's Breeders' Cup Classic when he's immediately close to that fast pace. And then just the trouble that he had at the start and then making an early move and runs a mile and a quarter in 2:01. That's one of his career best performances for fierceness.
You could argue it was the career best performance so far. Maybe he has another step to take here in what should be his swan song as a racehorse anyway. Andy Biancone caught up with his trainer earlier today, that being Todd Pletcher, and they talked about that trouble early on in the Pacific Classic.
A lot of drama kind of over the summer. Fierceness here obviously aired in the Pacific Classic. He drew the rail and kind of tried to make that temporary gap. With the post position draw being tonight, do you have any concerns about him drawing the rail again, or do you feel like that's something he's overcome at this point?
I absolutely don't want to draw the rail, so I'm not thinking about it at all. Just trying to will it not to happen. So, look, would he do that again? I don't know. It's an awkward setup, and as you know, a lot of time horses look for an open space, and that's what he did. We were very, very fortunate to overcome that, and Johnny did a great job of not only staying on but getting him corrected and winning from there. So, but yeah, no bones about it. We don't want to draw the one hole again.
And with Mindframe, I mean, in the Jockey Club Gold Cup, you've said it yourself, this horse is a generational talent.
So there you have it from Todd's mouth. No guarantee that he won't do it again. You hope he doesn't, though.
Yeah, from a gambling standpoint, you just don't know what's going to happen. I was down at the starting gate earlier this morning on the breakfast show. One of the things that the gate crew shared with me is that the temporary rail that was there during the summer has been expanded. Now, if a horse wants to go over a temporary rail, there's certainly going to be no stopping a 1,000-pound animal if that's what he's going to do and make up his mind. Yeah. But it goes to show that they're trying to alleviate all that and take that out of the equation, that there will at least be an extended temporary rail for the Classic this year.
If you're willing to go with a 3-year-old, but you don't want the favorite in Sovereignty, how about we go to the Derby favorite in Journalism? Rishi, he has been a model of consistency. He is arguably the fan favorite coming into this race just simply because he's so likable. The connections are very likable. Is it fair to say that maybe he has not progressed the way some of the others have?
I think that's a very fair point. It looks as if Journalism is just the type of horse that you can judge others by because he's so consistent. But Sovereignty's superiority over him, for me, will continue to grow. I think Journalism has been a really consistent horse that has maintained his level, and I feel like others have just got better.
He has 3 losses this year. He hasn't been out of the exacta in 7 starts. They're to Fierceness and they're to Sovereignty.
Not bad, right?
He's showing up. Even in his defeats, he still shows up. He's just been second best on those afternoons.
What do we make of the move to Jose Ortiz?
I think, for one, it's a rider that's had success for Eclipse Thoroughbreds and Aaron Wellman in the past, especially here at Del Mar. Aloha West in the Breeders' Cup Sprint would certainly come to mind. Locked would come to mind. Maybe they just wanted to try to switch things up, right? You didn't beat Fierceness when you probably should have beat him when he had all that trouble. We showed the backtrack right there. Maybe they're just trying to switch things up. Maybe he's certainly more involved in the race too.
We've already talked about 3 main players in here. We haven't even talked about the horse that won this race last year in Sierra Leone. And a few things we know about Sierra Leone. The distance is his friend. He clearly likes it here. He'd appreciate a hot pace. Joaquin, the good news is he's going to guaranteed get that because he has an uncoupled stablemate and Contrary Thinking, whose job is one thing and one thing only, is to go fast.
When you talk about Contrary Thinking, it was the Super Bowl quite a few years ago. What was the Marshawn Lynch interview when he didn't want to get fined and he said, you know why I'm here. That would be the press conference for Contrary Thinking. You know why I'm here. He's going to go a rapid pace to set it up for this horse. And when he gets that setup, Rishi, he comes with a flying run.
I feel that he is the biggest danger to Sovereignty. I thought last year's Breeders' Cup Classic was the standard setter going into this season. I still feel it is that, and I feel that Sovereignty has matched it, perhaps now superseded it, and Sovereignty understandably is the favourite of what he's done all season. In my head, the scenario that plays out is that Contrary Thinking goes off hard, and then Sierra Leone and Sovereignty are coming at him in the straight, and those two lock horns, and they fight out the finish, and may the best horse win. I think Sierra Leone is the biggest danger to Sovereignty.
And if Sierra Leone and Sovereignty win, there's going to be one horse that will have the jump on him. Maybe even 2 horses that will have the jump on him. Forever Young and Fierceness, I think, will be in front of them at the top of the stretch.
Think about that. We haven't talked about Forever Young. We haven't talked about Baeza. We haven't talked about Mindframe. That's how loaded this year's Classic is. We'll talk about the Classic much more in depth over the coming days once we know where everybody's going to break from. One of the other marquee events coming up on Saturday is the Grade 1 FanDuel Breeders' Cup Mile. Take a look at this. It's always one of the best races of the weekend. It's always my favorite race of the weekend, guys. Let's take a look at one of the major threats in here. He might be the favorite come post time in Notable Speech. Richie, this is a horse that you're very familiar with. He's a Guineas winner in the past. He very nearly won this race last year, and it looks like he's coming back as good as ever.
I believe he's coming back better than ever. I believe he's a better horse than the horse that turned up and was third last year. This was the race in Canada where, in fairness, he should have done what he did. I believe it was just a sighter to get him ready. It's the perfect prep to get him ready for this race. I know that Charlie Appleby had the Breeders' Cup Mile on his agenda as soon as he got beaten in the race last year. The one concern I have about Notable Speech is he can be sluggish away from the stalls. And then William Buick, knowing what has happened on occasions, getting in a little bit of trouble and not getting a clean run, he'll be keen to keep him close enough to the pace. That's at the back of my mind. I think if it was a clean race and they go a good pace, Notable Speech wins the Breeders' Cup Mile, but he will need some luck.
Joaquin, we talk about the European invaders, the international raiders versus the home team. You talk about the home team. Johannes here, a Southern California-based runner going out. Umbi Rispoli rides this runner. We know Tim Yakteen does the training. Is he back as good as he ever was?
I think so, and it's to this performance here in the City of Hope. He was second in the Breeders' Cup Mile a year ago, and Notable Speech was right behind him. This wasn't exactly the cleanest trip. He did have a little bit of trouble when he was going into the far turn. The trouble he had the most trouble in was 2 starts ago in the FanDuel 4-star Dave. But to me, that performance, Richie, it showed that the real Johannes is back, coming into form for the mile this year.
If he repeats his form of last year, he's going to be involved. No question about it. But I still go back to thinking that Notable Speech, who turned up to run in the Breeders' Cup Mile 12 months ago, is about 90% of the Notable Speech that's going to be turning up this year. I think we'll see the real deal this time around.
We'll find out where all of these runners are going to break from in just a few moments when we return. It's time for the Rood and Riddle post position draw with your hosts, Nick Luck and Brittany Urban.
Elegance is an attitude.
Calling all!
Calling all!
Calling all! Trillionaires!
Calling all, calling all, calling all, trillionaires, calling all, calling all, calling all, trillionaires.
Come and join a club that has rewards for everyone. I'm talking birthday perks, free daily game, and other stuff that's fun.
Designed for people who love thrills like me and her and him, and with a weekly bonus pack, our thrills are filled up to the brim. Can you thrill me?
Yeah, because this will be like the most amount of pure glee that ya
Ever gonna get from rewards that start day one.
So we're calling all, calling all, calling all, trillionaires, calling all, calling all, calling all, trillionaires, calling all, calling all, calling all, trillionaires, calling all, calling all.
Calling all trillionaires. FanDuel Casino.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the Seat View feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Douglas trusts Prevagen for his brain, and this is his story.
I'm Douglas, and I'm from Chicago. I was looking for something specifically for my brain. That's when I chose Prevagen. And the confidence I've received from Prevagen allows me to continue to do those things that I love. I have been taking Prevagen for more than 9 years, and it really works for me.
Prevagen has been the #1 selling brain supplement nationwide for over 10 years.
Good afternoon. I am Dr. Jose Braz. From all of us at Rood Riddle Equine Hospital, we are honored to partner with the Breeders' Cup World Championship to provide cutting-edge, evidence-based medicine for all of your equine athletes. Our dedication at Rood Riddle is driven by the trust you place in our hands to protect these athletes' future. We're truly grateful to be a part of the team that supports these magnificent horses. We thank you for the opportunity to serve you and your world-class athletes. So ride fast, enjoy the moment, and we will see you at the finish line. And now, we send it across the country to Breeders' Cup President and CEO, Drew Fleming.
Thank you, Dr. Brass, and thank you to the fantastic team at Rood Riddle for your partnership and dedication to our equine athletes. On behalf of our nominators, board of directors, members, and participants from around the globe, welcome to the 2025 Rood Riddle Breeders' Cup Post Position Draw. This year, the journey brings us back to beautiful Del Mar, where champions will be crowned on the shores of the Pacific. The anticipation has been building all year, and now the wait is over. Our sport's best athletes have arrived to claim their place in the record books. It's time to celebrate the excellence that defines the World Championships. The stage is set and the atmosphere is electric. So let's kick off another unforgettable chapter in Breeders' Cup history.
It takes more than talent to reach this stage.
They're off.
It takes years of grit, moments of doubt, and a fire that never fades. Those who came before weren't just contenders, they became legends. They defied the odds. They carried the weight of nations and turned every heartbeat into history. And now, a new generation rises. From every corner of the globe, they come chasing destiny. Each with a dream forged in sweat and sacrifice, and the courage to seize their moment. It begins here. With every draw, a name is called, a path is set, a legacy begins. Until the gates thunder open with power and precision, and the air ignites with the roar of the crowd. This is where champions are born. Where every second counts, and where glory waits for those who dare. Take your positions. The Cup is calling.
Oh yes, you can applaud, ladies and gentlemen. Good afternoon. Welcome to the stunning surrounds of the Seaside Oval as the Del Mar Thoroughbred Club hosts the Breeders' Cup World Championships for the 4th time here in 2025. Brittany, it's daft to ask whether you're excited. We are only days away from a meet and a race that people are billing the greatest classic we've ever had.
The race of the century. How about that? This
think
is home away from home for me. We could not have asked for better weather and better racing action. 14 championship races, over $30 million in purses, and we're going to draw them all for you today. That got me pumped. How about you?
For sure, for sure. What will get you pumped is that we are going to try and beat our personal best. We did this in a track record time last year of 1:08.15. which was to the great relief of all of you. I think we're going to shave a few seconds off that this year.
We will try our best. Somebody's got to keep us honest. John, sheriffs, you going to keep us honest there?
He'll keep us
okay,
honest.
We got
Todd
the
will
thumbs
keep
up.
us honest.
Perfect.
They'll all keep us honest. One slight change this year. We have a new morning line odds maker here at Breeders' Cup. David Aragona is making the morning line odds. He didn't want to make the line until after he'd seen the post positions very sensibly. But what he is going to do is he's going to give us the Breeders' Cup Classic morning line right at the end of play today. So he'll react to the post positions and then he'll give us the line.
191 horses pre-entered, representing a record 13 countries, and we have 7 returning Breeders' Cup champions. So should we get on the road with it?
Let's do it. Let's do it. The opening race of 14, which will be drawn by the Del Mar Racing Office team, top team of John Lees and Charlie McCall. Gentlemen, thank you very much. Is the $1 million Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint.
Magnum Force gave the Europeans a second straight win in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint last year here at Del Mar, and it was the first Breeders' Cup win for trainer Gur Lyons. Wesley Ward saddled 3 consecutive Juvenile Turf Sprint winners, starting in 2019 with 4-wheel drive. His run concluded here at Del Mar in 2021 as the Irish-bred filly Twilight Gleaming seized the lead out of the gate and never looked back.
Here's the wire. It's Twilight Gleaming. Twilight Gleaming has done it.
This is the $1 million Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint.
So $1 million on the table for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf Sprint. Maximum field of 12 going to post, 5 furlongs for 2-year-olds. There are 5 also eligibles. They are later than planned. Should've, Bobrovsky, Rogue Legend and Batya. We will not draw those. We will draw the dozen, however, in a race which is currently 4 to the United States and 3 to Europe. Gentlemen?
Number 9.
9, True Love.
Post position 9 for likely market leader True Love. Wayne Lorden rides for Aidan O'Brien, who's never won this race.
Number 5.
5, Obliteration.
Jose Ortiz rides Obliteration. Will come from post position 5.
Number 8.
8, Havana Anna.
Havana Anna was second in the Group 1 Cheveley Park last time. Donica O'Brien trains. Post position 8.
Number 10.
10, Cy-Fair.
Cy-Fair, post position 10. Bloodless in the Algonquin last time. Arad Ortiz has won this 3 times.
Number 12.
12, Lenny Lou.
Lenny Lou, post position 12 for Lenny Lou, the Royal Ascot, third and winner at Gulfstream last time. Patrick Biancone seeks a first Breeders' Cup success.
Number 6.
6, Intricate Spirit.
Post position 6 to give Miguel Clement a first Breeders' Cup winner. Intricate Spirit, Joel Rosario rides.
Number 7.
7, Mission Central.
The third of Aidan O'Brien's runners, winner on British Champions Day at Ascot. Mission Central, Dylan Brown McMonigal today was crowned Irish champion jockey.
Number 3.
3, Royal Testament.
Post position 3 for Royal Testament, Flavien Prat takes the ride.
Number 11.
11, Schwarzenegger.
Pace from the outside, Schwarzenegger, Wesley Ward, the trainer, has won this 3 times.
Number 2.
2, Military Code.
Military Code for the stable who won this with Mischief Magic in 2022. Post position 2.
Number 4.
4, Aspect Island.
Post position 4, Aspect Island, the first Breeders' Cup runner for trainer James Owen. Frankie Dettori takes the ride.
And number 1.
And 1 is Brussels.
Brussels draws the inside. Christophe Soumillon taking the ride. He is not doing 119 pounds on True Love, so Wayne Lorden rides True Love, but he is hoping to do 119 pounds on Mini Hawk the following day. That completes the draw then for the Juvenile Turf Sprint. Let's move on.
When Caledonia Road won the NetJets Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies at Del Mar in 2017, it gave jockey Mike Smith a record 3rd win in the race. 4 years later, Echo Zulu prevailed here under Joel Rosario, putting him in a tie with Smith. The late D. Wayne Lucas won the Juvenile Fillies a record 6 times. His first one came in 1985 with Twilight Ridge.
And it's going to be
Twilight Ridge. And Family Style is second. He left the others far behind. Here's the wire. Twilight Ridge has won it.
This is the $2 million NetJets Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies.
A mile 16th the distance. 2-year-old fillies, $2 million. The NetJet Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies 9 have been entered.
Number 1.
1, Iron Orchard.
Inside post position for Iron Orchard for trainer Danny Gargan. Joel Rosario to ride. Undefeated, looks to stay so in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies.
Number 6.
6, La Ville Lumière.
Post position 6 for the Michael McCarthy trainee, Kazushi Kimura to ride, this daughter of Michael McCarthy's champion, City of Light.
Number 5.
5, Tommy Joe.
Post position 5 for Tommy Joe, trainer Todd Pletcher, John Velasquez team up here. Could be a big weekend for owners Spendthrift Farm.
Number 2.
2, Bottle of Rouge.
Post position 2 for Bottle of Rouge for two-time Breeders' Cup Juvenile Filly winning trainer Bob Baffer. Mike Smith to ride. This horse is owned by his wife. No pressure, Bob.
Number 7.
7, Explora.
Post position 7, the second entrant for trainer Bob Baffer. Juan Hernandez will ride Explora. Impressive winner of the Oak Leaf last out. This one for the Three Amigos.
Number 3.
3, Meaning.
Post position 3, another for trainer Michael McCarthy. Jose Ortiz to ride, making just her second start in the Breeders' Cup.
Number 4.
4, Percy's Bar.
Post position 4 for Percy's Bar, Ben Colebrook, the trainer, Luan Machado to ride. Cross the wire first in the grade 1, Darley Alcibiades to then be disqualified.
Number 8.
8, Super Corridora.
Super Corridor for trainer John Sadler. Hector Barrios has them out. Really put it all together last time out, going 2 turns for the first time. Post 8.
Number 9.
And 9 is La Wally.
Lawali draws post position 9 for trainer Mark Glatt. Flavian Pratt has the mount, named for an Italian opera. Post position 9 for Lawali. That is your field of 9 entered for the NetJet Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies.
The late Christophe Clement scored his Breeders' Cup win at Del Mar in 2021. It came in this John Deere Juvenile Fillies Turf with Pizza Bianca. Last year, the undefeated Lake Victoria scored a decisive victory for trainer Aidan O'Brien, giving him 2 of the past 3 winners. In 2023, Hard to Justify prevailed for trainer Chad Brown, marking a record 6th win for him in this race.
Hard to Justify, and she feels pretty down to these 2. Hard to Justify.
This is the John Deere Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf.
All right, a mile on the turf then for the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf, and a field of 13 go to post. Charlie, John, let's do it.
Number 2.
2, Queen of Hawaii.
Post position 2, Queen of Hawaii, trained by Joseph O'Brien, Dylan Brown McMonagle rides.
Number 3.
3, Imagination the Lady.
Post position 3 for Imagination the Lady, impressive winner at Keeneland, Frankie Dettori once again on board for Brendan Walsh.
Number 11.
11, Ground Support.
11, Ground Support. Adam Beschitzer looking for Breeders' Cup success, won the Masgrillo at Aqueduct.
Number 1.
1, Ultimate Love.
The inside goes to the Maryland Raider, Ultimate Love. John Velasquez won this in 2011 on Stephanie's Kitten.
Number 5.
5, Final Accord.
Post position 5 for Final Accord, and it was Final Accord's rider Jose Ortiz who won this race for Christophe Clement on Pizza Bianca.
Number 10.
10, Valentina.
Post position 10, Valentina. Donica O'Brien trains Sheen Murphy taking the ride.
Number 12.
12, Pacific Mission.
In the Juddmonte Silks from stall 12 for Andrew Balding and Colin Keane, Pacific Mission.
Number 6.
6, Switch in Love.
Japanese challenger for Yohito Yahagi and Ryusei Sakai, Switch in Love. Post position 6.
Number 8.
8, Brave Deb.
Post position 8 for Brave Deb. Miko Demuro riding for Richard Mandela. Another one in the Spendthrift orange and purple.
Number 13.
13, Precise.
Likely market leader, but draws the outside. Precise. Christophe Soumillon taking the ride for Aidan O'Brien, who's won this race with Lake Victoria and Meditate in the last 4 years.
Number 7.
7, Celebrity Warrior.
Still 7 for Celebrity Warrior. Todd Pletcher won this in 2010. Luis Saez rides.
Number 9.
9, Time to Dream.
Time to Dream, another one for Todd Pletcher. Mike Rapoli, Iron Ortiz seeking a third victory in this race.
Number 4.
4, Infinite Sky.
And completing the lineup is Infinite Sky, trained by Brad Cox. Flavian Pratt rides. That is the field of 13 for the John Deere Breeders' Cup Juvenile Fillies Turf.
Citizen Bull topped a Bob Baffert Exacta in last year's edition of the FanDuel Breeders' Cup Juvenile. It was his 6th win in this race, most for any trainer. It was 10 years ago this year that Nyquist won the Juvenile, and he returned the next spring to capture the Kentucky Derby for trainer Doug O'Neill. A decade before, O'Neill won his first Juvenile with Stevie Wonderboy for owner Merv Griffin.
A 60 from home, and he used Stevie Wonderboy. Here's the wire, and Stevie Wonderboy won it.
This is the $2 million FanDuel Breeders' Cup Juvenile.
This often gives us a look at our early Kentucky Derby favorite, 1 1/16 the distance for the $2 million FanDuel Breeders' Cup Juvenile. 8 have been entered, and make note, last 4 years this race has been won by either Baffert or Pletcher, both represented here.
Number 6.
6, Litmus Test.
Post position 6, 1 of 2 for trainer Bob Baffert, Jose Ortiz to ride. Baffert seeking a record-extending 7th win in this race.
Number 3.
3, Mr. AP.
Post position 3 for Mr. AP for trainer Vladimir Serin. Antonio Fresu has the mount. This is the first Breeders' Cup starter for Serin since 2008 when he won the Dirt Mile with Albertus Maximus.
Number 7.
7, Brant.
Post position 7 for Brant, the $3 million purchase for Zedon Racing, undefeated in 2 starts. Flavian Pratt to ride.
Number 5.
5, Civil Liberty.
Post position 5 for Civil Liberty. My guess is that is Great Friend Stable. It's a home game for them, and they are very happy with that post position. Flying Frankie Dettori to ride.
Number 1.
1, Intrepido.
Drawing the rail, Intrepido for trainer Jeff Mullins. Hector Barrios to ride. Upset winner of the Grade 1 American Pharoah last out and was supplemented to this race for $100,000.
Number 2.
2, Blackout Time.
Blackout Time, post 2. Kenny McPeak, Irad Ortiz Jr. will team up here. 2nd in the Grade 1 Breeders' Futurity last out.
Number 8.
8, Ted Noffey.
Outside post position for Ted Noffey, Todd Pletcher, John Velasquez once again. Name inspired by a social media post typo referencing Spendthrift Farm General Manager Ned Toffey.
Number 4.
4, Comport.
And last but surely not least, Comport for Eddie Keneally and Tyler Gaffleone. Hearing the connections are very high on this runner. So that is your field for the FanDuel Breeders' Cup Juvenile. 8 have been entered. Give us an early look at that Kentucky Derby favorite. One more for Future Stars Friday.
Jockey Ryan Moore and trainer Aidan O'Brien are on a 3-year winning streak in the Prevagen Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf. Last year here at Del Mar, it was Henri Matisse that took them back to the winner's circle. The first of their 7 combined wins in the Juvenile Turf came back in 2011 when Rote powered away from the field. The last U.S.-based winner came in 2020 when Fire at Will pulled off the upset at Keeneland for trainer Mike Maker and jockey Ricardo Santana.
Fire at Will to the front and drawing clear for Ricardo Santana Jr. in the Juvenile Turf.
This is the $1 million Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf.
All right, then, the Juvenile Turf, which concludes Future Stars Friday, worth $1 million. Maximum field of 14 is drawn into this race. The also eligible here is Caro Buono. Here we go, then.
Number 9.
9, Argos.
Post position 9 for Riley Mott's Argos. Flavian Prat taking the ride.
Number 2.
2, Street Beast.
So post position 2 for Street Beast, a 7-length winner at Kentucky Downs last time. Luan Machado in the plate.
Number 10.
10, Ardisia.
Ardisia is having his 12th run of the year for trainer Hugo Palmer. Rasheen Murphy is riding.
Number 8.
8, Stark Contrast.
For Michael McCarthy in the Ammerman Silks that have been successful at Breeders' Cups in the past. Stark Contrast ridden by Kazushi Kimura.
Number 13.
13, Hey Nay Nay.
Post position 13 for local hopeful Hey Nay Nay for John Sadler and Joel Rosario.
Number 3.
3, Outfielder.
Post position 3 for outfielder for Wesley Ward. David Egan, the Ammo Racing retained rider, is on board this time.
Number 5.
5, Let's Be Frank.
Post position 5 for a horse trying to break his maiden in a Breeders' Cup race. Let's Be Frank is ridden by Juan Hernandez.
Number 6.
6, North Coast.
6 for North Coast. Joseph O'Brien trains in the John Oxley Silks. Dylan Brown McMonigal rides.
14.
14, Gestad.
The outside for the likely favourite here, looking to give Aidan O'Brien an 8th win in this race. Stad draws 14, Christophe Soumillon.
Number 12.
12, Botas.
Botas in post position 12, Miguel Clement and Manny Franco.
Number 1.
1, here's Johnny.
They love the inside. Here's Johnny. By, did I do okay? By Oscar Performance, past winner of this race, Javier Castellano.
Number 11.
11, Turf Star.
Turf Star, Willie B1. 11, Tyler Gaffleone taking the ride.
Number 7.
7, Gordon Pass.
For Will Walden, who has rhetorical in the Breeders' Cup Mile, Gordon Pass, Irad Ortiz has been booked to ride.
Number 4.
4, Third Beer.
For the locals, Third Beer, Antonio, yeah, that's right. Antonio Fraser riding Third Beer for California. So for the second consecutive juvenile race, a likely Aidan O'Brien trained favourite draws the wide outside. Precise was in 13, Stad and Soumillon in 14. That concludes the post position draw for Future Stars Friday. We'll be back with 9 more races on Championship Saturday. Just after these messages, our folks at FanDuel are going to pay the bills. We'll see you in a moment.
He's inside the 20. End zone. Touchdown.
FanDuel held a shooting contest to promote its new MySpend tool. MySpend makes it easy to view your deposit and bet history all in one place. Because betting without knowing how much you're spending is like shooting in the dark. See the whole picture. Make FanDuel's MySpend tool part of your system and stop shooting in the dark.
Calling all, calling all, calling all. Brilliant.
a club that has rewards for everyone. I'm talking birthday perks, free daily game, and other stuff that's fun.
Designed for people who love thrills like me and her and him, and with the weekly bonus back, our thrills are filled up to the brim.
So we're calling all, calling all, calling all, Trillionaires, calling all, calling all, calling all, Trillionaires, calling all.
Calling all Trillionaires. FanDuel Casino.
Established in 1982, Rood Riddle Equine Hospital is a worldwide leader in equine healthcare, providing a full menu of specialties of services and treatment for all breeds and disciplines of horses, from the family companion to the high-performance athlete. Learn more today about Rood Riddle Equine Hospital. Visit roodandriddle.com or call 888-773-4838.
Join me as I take a deep dive into the least insulted ticketing app in history, SeatGeek. Did SeatGeek invent the ticket?
No, but we do make them work.
Drum roll, please. Ooh, how do I use the seat view feature?
It shows seats with a pole blocking the view. Don't buy those.
What if I want to sit behind a pole?
Buy those.
Join me as I bore you to death with a series of interviews about a ticketing app that just does what it's supposed to do.
Welcome back to the Rood and Riddle post position draw for the 42nd edition of the Breeders' Cup World Championships. Welcome back to everyone watching on FanDuel and at home, and a big welcome back to everyone here in the beautiful Del Mar paddock. Hats off to the Breeders' Cup for putting together such a beautiful event. As Nick mentioned, we have 9 races to draw. And just letting you know, we are about 10 minutes ahead of time, so anybody that took the over is not looking very good right now. So, race number 4 on Breeders' Cup Saturday is the PNC Bank Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint.
Soul of an Angel continued the trend of upset winners in this race with its run at Del Mar, as she went last to first to capture the 2024 PNC Bank Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. The previous year, Goodnight Olive scored her 2nd straight win in this race and did it in dominating fashion for trainer Chad Brown. Groupie Doll was the first horse to win back-to-back editions. Her second one provided more drama than the first, but she held sway for trainer Buff Bradley.
Groupie Doll digs in for all she has, and she has enough to win it! Groupie Doll did it again!
This is the $1 million PNC Bank Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint.
So sensational fillies and mares have won this race in the past. $1 million on the line for 3-year-olds and upwards. 7 furlongs the distance for the PNC Bank Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint. 10 horses have been entered. Gentlemen?
Number 7.
7, Holland Ice.
Post position 7, Holland Ice for defending champion in terms of trainer Safi Joseph, Tyler Gaffleone to ride. This is a 10-time winner, and she was supplemented to the race for $100,000.
Number 2.
2, Splendora.
Post position 2, Splendora for Bob Baffert, Flavian Pratt, part of the Baffert trio contesting the Filly and Mare Sprint. She's seeking 3 wins in a row.
Number 3.
3, Vava.
Vava, post position 3 for trainer Cherie DeVoe. Irad Ortiz Jr. was the first Grade 1 winner for DeVoe. She said earlier this week she gets teary-eyed watching her final works, set to be sold in the Keeneland November sale after this race.
Number 9.
9, Ricci.
Post position 9, Ricci, another for Bob Baffert, Luis Saez to ride.
Number 4.
4, Tamara.
Post position 4 for Tamara, Richard Mandela, Mike Smith teaming up here. This is the daughter of 3-time Breeders' Cup winner and Hall of Famer Beholder.
Number 5.
5, Fée Blanche.
5, Fée Blanche, the Japanese entrant for Teranobu Fujita. Oh, you always test me with these Japanese names. My apologies. Hiroto Yoshihara.
Number 6.
6, Sweet Azteca.
Sweet Azteca, post position 6 for trainer Richard Baltes, and Juan Hernandez has the mount. Five-time graded stakes winner.
Number 10.
10, Praying.
Post position 10 for Praying. So the outside post for the Robbie Medina trainee, John Velasquez, to ride. This is a first Breeders' Cup runner for Robbie Medina, and he told us earlier he'd never been on a plane before, so I hope he did, to cheer Praying on.
Number 1.
1, Zeitlos.
Inside post position for Zeitlos, trainer Steve Asmussen sending out this runner. Joel Rosario has the mount.
Number 8.
8 is Hope Road.
Hope Road Connection seem very happy with that post position. The third trainee for Bob Baffer in this race, Jose Ortiz, has the mount out of Grade 1 winner Marley's Freedom, a Grade 1 winner herself, having taken the Ballerina last time out. Now that is your big competitive field, going 7 furlongs for the PNC Bank Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Sprint.
The Prevagen Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint joined the race lineup in 2008 and produced an upset winner as jockey Richard Migliore rallied Desert Code to the victory. Last year, European invader Starlust gave the Longshot players another big win as he stormed home along the Del Mar rail to prevail. Trainer Peter Miller notched the first of 3 consecutive wins in this race in 2017 when Stormy Liberal beat stablemate Richard's Boy in the Shadow of the Wire.
Stormy Liberal beat Richard's Boy to make it a 1-2 for trainer Peter Miller.
This is the $1 million Prevagen Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint.
It is, and it's run over 5 furlongs round here at Del Mar, and there's a full field of 12 and 4 also eligibles. The also eligibles are Puro Magic, Yellow Card, None Hudson, and Encanto. All right, Charlie, John?
Number 9.
9, Bear River.
Post position 9 for the shock winner of the Kentucky Downs win, and you're in Bear River. James Graham taking the ride.
Number 2.
2, Reef Runner.
2, Reef Runner, improved since coming to California. Tyler Gaffleone takes the ride.
Number 4.
4, Kadem.
Post position 4 for the old man of the party, 9-year-old Cardem, Frankie Dettori. Don't rule him out.
Number 11.
11, Bucanero Fuerte.
Post position 11 for Bucanero Fuerte, one of 2 in the race for trainer Adrian Murray. Umberto Rispoli has come in for the ride.
Number 1.
1, Motorius.
To the inside, last year's runner-up, 5th in 2023, Motorius, Antonio Frezu.
Number 3.
3, Arizona Blaze.
Post position 3 for speedy Arizona Blaze, runner-up in the Juvenile Sprint last year. David Egan has chosen to ride Arizona Blaze over Bucanero Fuerte.
Number 8.
8, AG Bullet.
Post position 8 for 3rd last year, AG Bullet. John Velasquez rides. A lot of nodding and cheering.
Number 12.
12, Invincible Papa.
Australian-bred Invincible Papa for Japan and Daisuke Sasaki.
Number 7.
7, She's Quality.
Post position 7 for Irish challenger She's Quality, placed in many Group 1s this season. A first Breeders' Cup starter for trainer Jack Davison. Colin Keane rides.
Number 5.
5, Bring the Band Home.
Post position 5 for Javier Castellanos mount Bring the Band Home. Just 2 remaining.
Number 10.
10, She's So Spicy.
And in 10 is the very, very fast She's So Spicy. Irad Ortiz is in the saddle.
Number 6.
And 6 is Governor Sam.
And post position 6 for the horse who was 3rd in the juvenile equivalent of this race last year, Governor Sam. Flavian Pratt rides. That's the field of 12 for the $1 million Prevagen Breeders' Cup Turf Sprint.
The Breeders' Cup Sprint produced surprising results the last 2 times it was contested at Del Mar, starting with Aloha West's dramatic stretch run here 4 years ago. Last fall, it was Straight No Chaser who got up in the closing strides to give trainer Dan Blacker his first Breeders' Cup triumph. Bob Baffert leads all trainers with 5 wins in this race, and his first came way back in 1992 with 30 Sloughs at Gulfstream Park.
30 Sloughs surges to victory!
This is the $2 million Cy Games Breeders' Cup Sprint.
Overflow winner circle last year with My Racehorse and Straight No Chaser. The defending champion is back. We have a full field of 14 entered for the Cy Games Breeders' Cup Sprint, with 1 also eligible. That is Valiant Force for trainer Adrian Murray and David Egan. Without further ado, gentlemen.
Number 11.
11, Mullican.
Post position 11 for Mullican, Rudy Brisset and Flavian Pratt was 3rd in this race last year.
Number 13.
13, Madhouse.
Post position 13 for Madhouse, trainer David Van Winkle and Luis Saez will team up here on a 4-race win streak.
Number 3.
3, Lovesick Blues.
Post position 3 for Lovesick Blues. I see trainer Librato Briocchio nodding, thumbs up, okay, thank you. Giovanni Franco to ride. First Grade 1 winner and first Breeders' Cup starter for Librato. His son told him, who's a coach for UCLA, you're going to the Super Bowl for racing.
Number 12.
12, Straight No Chaser.
Post position 12 for the defending champion, Straight No Chaser, Dan Blacker, John Velasquez. When asked about this horse, Dan Blacker has said what separates him from other horses is his desire. Looks to become the 4th to win back-to-back sprints.
Number 4.
4, Patriot Spirit.
Post position 4 for Patriot Spirit, Javier Castellano to ride. The Michael Campbell trainee. This horse brings him back to the Breeders' Cup for the first time in 11 years.
Number 5.
5, Big City Lights.
Big City Lights, 1 of 2 for trainer Richard Mandela, Kazushi Kimura to ride, and apparently training lights out. Post 5.
Number 6.
6, Dr. Venkman.
Dr. Venkman, the crew very happy with that post position. 6, Mark Glatt, Umberto Rispoli. He's drawn an inside post the last 4 races, so maybe that's why they're cheering.
Number 8.
8, Nakatomi.
Post position 8 for Nakatomi. Trainer Wesley Ward and Jose Ortiz will team up, tackling the sprint for the 3rd year in a row.
Number 14.
14, What You Talking About.
Post position 14. I heard some groans in the audience here for What You Talking About. Wesley Ward, another for him. Amicio Jaramillo, a great gate rider. He can tackle that post.
Number 10.
10, Ben Tornado.
Ben Tornado, the runner-up in last year's Breeders' Cup Sprint for Jose D'Angelo, Irad Ortiz Jr. to ride. 1 start this year, and he romped by 5.5.
Number 1.
1, Copium.
The sole filly within the field, Copian for trainer Richard Mandela. Mike Smith to ride. She looks to become just the 4th female to win the sprint. Mandela had said earlier this week about facing the boys. He's not worried. They run so fast, there's no time for flirting.
Number 2.
2, Banishing.
Some cheers in the crowd for Banishing. Chad Summers, the trainer. Tyler Gaffleon to ride. The winner of the $1 million Charlestown Classic, post 2.
Number 9.
9, American Stage.
American Stage. I think those are happy cheers for the post. 9, Yoshida Yahagi and Ryosu Sakai will team up here, as they will with Forever Young in the Breeders' Cup Classic.
Number 7.
7, Imagination.
And Imagination, post position 7, Bob Baffert, Juan Hernandez off of an 8-month layoff won the Santa Anita Sprint Championship. Baffert holds the record for 5 wins in this race. So that is your very large competitive field for the $2 million Cy Games Breeders' Cup Sprint. Your defending champion, Straight No Chaser, in post 12, and the sole female in the field, Copian, draws the rail.
Torpedo Anna went wire to win the Longines Breeders' Cup Distaff last year at Del Mar. her final victory in a Horse of the Year campaign. The late D. Wayne Lucas trained the winner of this race for 3 years in a row, notching his first one in 1985 with Life's Magic at Aqueduct. Forever Unbridled won the first Distaff at Del Mar, and she was saddled by a Lucas protege, Dallas Stewart.
Able Tasman coming in Forever Unbridled. Forever Unbridled, the wire will come in time. Forever Unbridled has won the Distaff.
This is the $2 million Longines Breeders' Cup Distaff.
Though we'll be missing the Horse of the Year and defending champion in Torpedo Anna, who's just paraded in Kentucky this past weekend, it is made for an incredibly competitive event. The Longines Breeders' Cup Distaff with some very, very talented fillies and mares. $2 million on the line, 1.8 miles the distance, and 13 have been entered.
Number 5.
5, Scottish Lassie.
That has to be the loudest cheer that we have heard. Post position 5 for Scottish Lassie. Safe to say they are happy. Jorge Abreu, Joel Rosario gave Abreu a career first Grade 1 win when she won the Frizette last year, a first Breeders' Cup runner. Keep the cheers coming.
Number 12.
12, Darth Vader.
Post position 12, Darth Vader for trainer George Weaver. John Velasquez gave Horse of the Year, Torpedo Anna, everything she had last out in the Grade 1 personal Ensign. You may have guessed the connections are Star Wars fans.
Number 3.
3, Clicquot.
Post position 3, Clicquot, Brendan Walsh, Flavian Pratt, and Superheroes Unite, owned by X-Men Racing and a few of the Avengers.
Number 6.
6, Alice Verite.
Alice Verite, the Japan connection here, Kazuya Nakataki and Kyle Frey to ride. A $1 million earner in Japan, but only one dirt race to her name.
Number 2.
2, Sarawak Rim.
Sarawak Rim, post position 2 for Ignacio Correas, Irad Ortiz Jr. to ride. Ignacio won this race back in 2019 with Blue Prize. This will be the final horse he saddles as Correas is set to retire after the Breeders' Cup. Best of luck.
Number 9.
9, Majestic Oops.
Majestic Oops, post position 9, trainer Dan Ward. Umberto Rispoli has the mount. Could become the first Calbred to win the Distaff.
Number 4.
4, Scylla.
Post position 4 for Scylla. Bill Mott Jr. Alvarado will team up, quite regally bred, daughter of Close Hatches, who finished second in this race back in 2013. And Mott does hold the record for most Distaff wins.
Number 1.
1, Nitrogen.
Nitrogen, post position 1. I feel terrible about this. The owner, John Green, said anything but the one. But she is incredibly talented. Whether it be turf or dirt, she can do it all. And Cassie did say earlier this week, not to be overly cocky, but I think they have her to beat.
Number 7.
7, Jin Jin.
Jin Jin, post position 7, the upset winner of the Grade 1 Spinster, last out for trainer Brendan Walsh. Luis Saez has the mount.
Number 13.
13, Regaled.
Regaled, post position 13 for trainer Whit Beckman. Joseph Ramos to ride. Won the Delaware Handicap, and this is a Breeders' Cup debut for both trainer and rider.
Number 11.
11, Dry Powder.
Dry Powder draws the 11 hole for trainer Chad Summers and Antonio Frazio. Facing older for the first time, they said, I don't think we've seen her best yet.
Number 8.
8, Seismic Beauty.
Seismic Beauty, post position 8 for my racehorse, Bob Baffert, Juan Hernandez. She's won her last 3 races combined, 16.5 lengths.
Number 10.
And 10 is Gunsong.
And post position 10, Gunsong for trainer Mark Hennig. Tyler Gaffleone has the mount. They've said it's an absolute pleasure to train her. When the day comes that she leaves the barn, we're all going to miss her. So that is your field of 13 runners for the $2 million Longines Breeders' Cup Distaff. Let's move on. Nick?
Rebels Romance won the Longines Breeders' Cup Turf last year at Del Mar, becoming the first winner older than age 5 to prevail. He also won the turf as a 4-year-old. Bricks and Mortar was the last American-based horse to win the turf, and his victory at Santa Anita in 2019 propelled him to Horse of the Year honors. Conduit in 2009 is the last horse to win consecutive renewals of the turf. His jockey for both wins was Ryan Moore, who shares the record for most wins in the turf with Frankie Dettori at 5.
Conduit and Precious Passion in a thriller, but Conduit's too good, and Conduit's class is holding through.
This is the $5 million Longines Breeders' Cup Turf.
Longines Breeders' Cup Turf, $5 million, a mile and a half round the Seaside Oval here. And Rebels Romance bidding to emulate Beholder and Goldacova would be only the third horse in history to win 3 Breeders' Cup races. A full field of 14, no also eligibles. Charlie, John.
Number 2.
2, Goliath.
Post position 2 for last year's King George winner, Goliath. Francis Graffard seeking a 13th win at the top level this season. Mikel Barcelona.
Number 12.
12, Tawny Port.
Post position 12 for Tawny Port. Manny Franco takes the ride, near the outside.
Number 9.
9, Gold Phoenix.
Post position 9 for local hero, Gold Phoenix, Umberto Rispoli. 6 times a graded stakes winner here at Del Mar and 4th last year.
Number 14.
14, Ethical Diamond.
The outside goes the way of Ethical Diamond, a winner over hurdles last winter, a winner of the Ebor when last we saw him. Willie Mullins trains, Dylan Brown McMonagle rides. The outside, 14.
Number 5.
5, Rebel Red.
Post position 5 for the horse with one eye, Rebel Red. Irad Ortiz takes the ride.
Number 10.
10, El Cordobes.
10 for Godolphin, second string, El Cordobes. Billy Lochnan is the man in the saddle.
Number 1.
1, Rebels Romance.
Defending champion draws the inside. William Buick on Rebels Romance from stall 1.
Number 11.
11, Rashabar.
11, Rashabar. Brian Meehan won this race with Red Rocks and Dangerous Midge. Rashabar, a marked step up in distance and a first Breeders' Cup ride for Joe Levy.
Number 8.
8, Mini Hawk.
Post position 8 for likely favourite and Arc de Triomphe runner-up Mini Hawk to give Aidan O'Brien an 8th victory in this race. Christophe Soumillon's most recent Breeders' Cup winner was in this race 20 years ago on Scirocco.
Number 13.
13, Hill Road.
1 from the outside is Hill Road, who ran with credit in the qualifier in Kentucky Downs last time. David Egan takes the ride.
Number 7.
7, Silawi.
7 for the Canadian International winner, Silawi, a first Breeders' Cup runner for Qatar-based Hamad Al-Jahani. James Doyle won this on Rebels Romance, the first of his victories in 2022.
Number 3.
3, Amalok.
Post position 3 for Amalok, for dual Breeders' Cup winning trainer Rafe Beckett. Ross O'Ryan, who won the Turf Sprint last year on Starlust, is the man in the saddle.
Number 4.
4, Redistricting.
Team responsible for Bricks and Mortar in 2019. Redistricting comes out of stall 4.
Number 6.
In 6 is Wimbledon Hawkeye.
And that leaves post position 6 for Wimbledon Hawkeye, who'll emerge from the gate in the hands of Frankie Dettori, looking for a 6th win in this race, just 26 years since his first on Des Larmes. And that is the field of 14 for the Longines Breeders' Cup Turf.
Sierra Leone swept to victory in last year's Longines Breeders' Cup Classic at Del Mar, leading a trifecta of 3-year-olds who competed in the Kentucky Derby. The last time a 3-year-old won the Classic in consecutive years was 2016, when Arrowgate's determined finish gave him the win over Derby winner California Chrome. In 1987, the previous 2 Kentucky Derby winners squared off in the Classic, where Ferdinand and jockey Bill Shoemaker held sway against the late charge of Ali Sheba.
The 2 Derby winners hit the wire together. Ferdinand
This is the $7 million Longines Breeders' Cup Classic.
Now, what began over 4 decades ago as a bold idea to bring the world's best together on one stage has become the ultimate proving ground in horse racing. 2 days, 14 races, the sport's ultimate test of greatness. And at its pinnacle, the Breeders' Cup Classic. This year, set to be the race of the century. And maybe for once that's not hyperbole, top 3 from last year return. Add the winners of all 3 Triple Crown races, plus 4 more Grade 1 champions, and you've got a battle for the ages. The Longines Breeders' Cup Classic, $7 million on the line, 1.25 miles, the classic distance, and 10 have been entered.
Number 7.
7, Sierra Leone.
Post position 7 for the defending champion Sierra Leone. Trainer Chad Brown, Flavien Prat, looks to become just the 2nd horse to win the Breeders' Cup Classic in back-to-back years after the great Tiz Now. This will be his swan song.
Number 4.
4, Contrary Thinking.
Post position 4, Contrary Thinking, and a 2nd for trainer Chad Brown and Florent Giroux. Dedicated pace setter, just looking for a fair, honest pace is what Chad Brown said earlier this month.
Number 3.
3, Nevada Beach.
Post position 3, Nevada Beach for trainer Bob Baffer and Mike Smith. Very lightly raced, but one impressive running of the Grade 1 Goodwood last out. Mike Smith is the winning most jockey in Breeders' Cup history with 27 wins, 4 in the Classic.
Number 2.
2, Baeza.
Post position 2 for Baeza for trainer John Sheriffs. I think I'm getting a smile. Hector Berrios to ride. Got his much-deserved Grade 1 in the Pennsylvania Derby last off. Sheriffs returns to the Classic 15 years after Zenyatta's narrow defeat.
Number 8.
8, Mindframe.
Post position 8 for Mindframe. Todd Pletcher, one of 3 horses within the field. Irad Ortiz Jr., he was involved in a rough run Jockey Club Gold Cup last out where he lost his rider. They opted to forego another prep, but Pletcher describing him earlier this week, saying physically he is a beast.
Number 10.
10, Antiquarian.
Antiquarian gets the outside post position, another for Pletcher. Luis Saez to ride, won the Rough Run Jockey Club Gold Cup and brings Centennial Farm back to the Breeders' Cup for the first time in a decade.
Number 5.
5, Forever Young.
Post position 5 for Forever Young. We've got some cheers here. Yoshito Yahagi and Risu Sakai, 3rd in this race last year and this year's Saudi Cup winner.
Number 9.
9, Journalism.
Post position 9 for Journalism. He has danced every dance and found his shining moment in the Preakness Stakes, looking to turn the tables on Nemesis. Sovereignty, ridden for the first time by Jose Ortiz. Michael McCarthy, the trainer.
6.
6, Sovereignty.
Post position 6 for Sovereignty, Bill Mott, Junior Alvarado. The definition of sovereignty is supreme power or authority, and this perfectly describes his season. Kentucky Derby and Belmont winner, Travers winner, and looks to cap off arguably the best 3-year-old campaign ever with a win in the Classic.
And number 1.
And 1 is Fierceness.
And drawing the rail is Fierceness. Todd Pletcher did say earlier this week that he was willing to not get the 1. Unfortunately, he overcame the 1 hole last time out when he won the Pacific Classic right here at Del Mar. Todd Pletcher, John Velasquez aboard. That is your field of 10 for arguably one of the best Breeders' Cup Classics ever. $7 million on the line. Please, yes, cheer for all of these horses. You all know what a phenomenal race this will be. 1.25 miles the distance. Defending champion in post 7, Sovereignty in post 6, and Fierceness in post 1. We're keeping it rolling.
More Than Looks scored a decisive win in last year's FanDuel Breeders' Cup Mile at Del Mar, giving trainer Cherie DeVoe her first Breeders' Cup win. The brilliant Miesque was the first horse to win the mile in back-to-back years, her initial score coming in 1987 at Hollywood Park. And superstar Goldakova holds the record for consecutive wins in the mile. The 3-year streak culminated in 2010 when she rallied to win at Churchill Downs.
Goldakova, a true champion. 3 Breeders' Cup wins. Olivia Pellier, the perfect.
This is the $2 million FanDuel Breeders' Cup Mile.
And with that in mind, it's important to remind you where you can watch this year's Breeders' Cup if you are at home and you do not want to adjust your set at any point during the 14 races. That is entirely possible, courtesy of FanDuel, courtesy of the NBC coverage on Peacock for all 14 races, and indeed on the Breeders' Cup social channels and on NBC's main network. 3.5 hours of coverage on Saturday afternoon, beginning with the Turf Sprint and ending with the Longines Breeders' Cup Classic. So 5 races on NBC, all 14 races on Peacock, FanDuel, and on Breeders' Cup social channels. All right, as we move on to the FanDuel Breeders' Cup Mile, 13 going to post here. Gentlemen, let's draw the mile.
Number 9.
9, Argine.
Post position 9 for the Japanese Raider Argine, looking for an 8th victory from 15 starts. They booked Frankie Dettori, who's won this race on Expert Iron all the way back when on Barathea.
Number 11.
11, Rhetorical.
11 is the Coolmore Turf Mile winner from Keeneland, Rhetorical, Arad Ortiz for Will Walden.
Number 4.
4, The Lion in Winter.
Post position 4 for the Lion in Winter. Winless this season, Christophe Soumillon takes the ride for Aidan O'Brien, who took this in 2020 with the Outsider Order of Australia.
Number 3.
3, Salin.
Post position 3 for the lightly raced Prix du Moulin winner, Sarlan for Francis Graffard and Michael Barcelona. Will run in the colours of Al Shakab Racing.
Number 5.
5, Program Trading.
Post position 5 for Program Trading. Chad Brown won this race with Uni in 2019.
Number 6.
6, Gran Oriente.
You said that beautifully. Gran Oriente, the Chilean raider, Jose Alvarez trains. Hector Berrios takes the ride. Post position 6.
Number 1.
1, One Stripe.
One Stripe for South Africa. Graham Motion now trains. 2nd North American start for One Stripe. Gets the inside with Juan Hernandez.
Number 7.
7, Johannes.
Runner-up last year from post position 7, Johannes Umberto Rispoli.
Number 2.
2, Notable Speech.
3rd last year, now in post position 2 for Charlie Appleby and William Buick, who won 3 straight miles between 21 and 23.
Number 12.
12, Gas Me Up.
Post position 12 for the Canadian Raider. Gas Me Up for Kevin Attard, who won the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf with Moira. Jose Ortiz won this race last year on More Than Looks.
Number 10.
10, Jonquil.
10 is one of the 2 Juddmonte runners. Jonquil is the choice of retained jockey Colin Keane. Andrew Balding trains the French 2000 Guineas runner-up.
Number 8.
8, Formidable Man.
Post position 8 for Formidable Man for Michael McCarthy on a roll and a perfect 6 for 6 on the Del Mar lawn. John Velasquez rides.
Number 13.
And 13, Kirat.
And that leaves the outside gate for the 150-to-1 winner of the Sussex Stakes, Kirat, for Rafe Beckett and Rossa Ryan in the 2nd Silks of Juddmonte Farms. That completes the field of 13 for the $2 million Breeders' Cup Mile.
The Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile produced an upset last year at Del Mar when Full Serrano took over turning for home and didn't look back. In the previous renewal of this race at Del Mar in 2021, Life is Good was much too good for his rivals in a runaway victory. In 2020, Nick Sko dominated the Dirt Mile at Keeneland, and the next year, he returned to win the Classic at Del Mar.
But Nick Sko is still well clear as they come down to the final yards, and Nick Sko goes all the way at the Dirt Mile.
This is the $1 million Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile.
competitive event we have on hand for the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. $1 million the purse, obviously 1 mile the distance, and 11 horses have entered, including the defending champion, Full Serrano.
She said 11?
10? We have 10?
I'm sorry, maybe I counted wrong. 10.
I wanted to make sure.
Here we go.
I should go back to college and do some more math.
Number 7.
7, Citizen Bull.
Post position 7 for Citizen Bull, last year's Breeders' Cup Juvenile winner and 2-year-old champion, Bob Baffer, Juan Hernandez.
Number 5.
5, Tumbarumba.
Tumbarumba, post position 5. Tyler Gaffleone has the mount. This is a sentimental favorite for the Lynch family. Owned by Wathnan Racing, looking for their first Breeders' Cup win.
Number 2.
2, Goal Oriented.
Goal Oriented draws post position 2. Luis Saez to ride for trainer Bob Baffert, who's seeking his first dirt mile win.
Number 8.
8, Chancer McPatrick.
Chancer McPatrick, post 8. Jose Ortiz to ride for trainer Chad Brown. The multiple Grade 1 winner is set to retire to stud at Spendthrift Farm after the Breeders' Cup.
Number 10.
10, White Abario.
White Abario draws the outside post position at 10. Your 2023 Breeders' Cup Classic winner will look to join Nick Sko as the only Classic Dirt Mile winner. Safi Joseph, the trainer, Irad Ortiz to ride.
Number 9.
9, Touch of Destiny.
Touch of Destiny for Michael McCarthy. Luis Caceres has the mount. The Uruguayan, a perfect 6 for 6, will make his stateside debut in the Dirt Mile.
Number 3.
3, Nisos.
Nisos draws post 3. Bob Baffert, Flavian Pratt will team up here. Lightly raced, but has definitely shown brilliance on the track.
Number 1.
1, We'll Take It.
We'll Take It draws the rail for Dallas Stewart and Mike Smith. One of 27 Breeders' Cup races the Hall of Famer has already won.
Number 6.
6, Full Serrano.
Full Serrano, your defending champion, draws post 6 for trainer John Sadler. Joel Rosario set to ride.
Number 4.
And 4 is Mystic Dan.
And post position 4 for last year's Kentucky Derby winner, Mystic Dan, for trainer Kenny McPeak. Francisco Arrieta will ride. Really got back on track in the Lucas Classic last time out. So that is your field of 10 horses entered into the Breeders' Cup Dirt Mile. $1 million. Nisos post position 3. Kentucky Derby winner Mystic Dan in post position 4. And Breeders' Cup Classic winner from 2023 in post position 10. One more for Championship Saturday. Don't go anywhere.
When the Maker's Mark Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf came to Del Mar in 2021, Love's Only You became the first Japanese-based winner of a Breeders' Cup race. Another 5-year-old won this race at Del Mar last year as Moira took home the trophy in her 3rd try and took trainer Kevin Attard to the Breeders' Cup winner's circle for the first time. Ouija Board is the only horse to win this race twice. She recorded her first one in 2004 as a 3-year-old at Lone Star Park.
Ouija Board, and Karen Fallon to win the Filly and Mare Turf. She did it in a perfect journey.
This is the $2 million Maker's Mark Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf.
Right, I've got about 4 minutes to get home to beat 108 and 15, so let's do it for the Breeders' Cup Filly and Mare Turf. Maximum field of 14 have drawn into this, guys. Let's go.
Number 7.
7, Be Your Best.
7 is Be Your Best for Safi Joseph, 5-year-old mare ridden by Irad Ortiz, who won this in 2015.
Number 14.
14, See the Fire.
The outside for Andrew Balding's See the Fire, the most credentialed European raider here, homebred of Jeff Smith. Sheen Murphy rode 2 Breeders' Cup winners at Del Mar in 2017.
Number 11.
11, Bedtime Story.
11, Aidan O'Brien's Bedtime Story, not won since August 2024. Christophe Soumillon rides.
Number 10.
10, La Kika.
Post position 10 for La Kika, the ex-Peruvian, now trained by Doug O'Neill. Mirko de Muro in the saddle.
Number 12.
12, Bellezza.
Filling up the outside gates, position 12 for Bellezza Miguel Clement and Tyler Gaffalione, the Flower Bowl winner.
Number 6.
6, Diamond Rain.
Post position 6 for the Godolphin second string Diamond Rain, the E.P. Taylor runner-up, Billy Lochnan with a big race ride.
Number 1.
1, Mission of Joy.
The inside for Mission of Joy for Phil D'Amato and Umberto Rispoli.
Number 5.
5, Gazora.
Gizora in post position 5, the Prix de Diane winner as Chantilly Mikel Barcelona rides in the colours of Peter Brandt.
Number 13.
13, She Feels Pretty.
1 from the outside is She Feels Pretty, Cherie DeVaux. John Velasquez on the leading domestic hope. He's won this on Starine, Perfect Shirl and Sister Charlie.
Number 9.
9, Cinderella's Dream.
Post position 9 for the unlucky runner-up last year, Cinderella's Dream for Godolphin. William Buick won this on Wahida at this track in 2017.
Number 8.
8, Cathedral.
8 is Cathedral, representing Ammo Racing and their trainer in Newmarket, Kevin Philippard de Foy. David Egan takes the ride.
Number 4.
4, Village Voice.
Village Voice, post position 4, ex-Irish trained, had 1 run for Chad Brown. He's won this 4 times with Sister Charlie, Stephanie's Kitten, Day at the Spa, and Zagora. Flavian Pratt takes the ride.
Number 3.
3, Atsila.
Atsila for Donica O'Brien comes from post position 3, Gavin Ryan rides. And that
Number
means
2.
And 2 is Stellify, yes.
The post position 2, we got there, gents. Post position 2, Stellify for Brad Cox. You've done brilliantly. Coming for Stellify on a 5-timer, Florent Giroux takes the ride. That is the field of 14 that go to post in a super competitive race to bring the curtain down on Championship Saturday, the Maker's Mark Breeders' Cup, Filly and Mare Turf. Now, David Aragona, don't blow away. David Aragona has given you the morning line odds for the Longines Breeders' Cup Classic of 2025, this much-anticipated race, and he makes the Kentucky Derby, Belmont and Travers Hero Sovereignty the 6-5 morning line favourite. He then says Fierceness from the inside gate 4-1. He makes Sierra Leone the defending champion an 8-1 chance. He says Journalism and Mindframe are 10-1 the pair. Antiquarian and Beza 15-1-5-1. And the outsider of the party is Contrary Thinking at 50-1. I think I missed Forever Young. How could I? He's in third favourite at 6-1. 6-5 the favourite for the Longines Breeders' Cup Classic is the Kentucky Derby winner, Sovereignty. Where is Brittany Earton? She is out and about, I think, with one of the key players.
I'm here. Can you hear me? Oh,
I got you.
Hello. I'm still making my way over to Hall of Famer Bill Mott, who was so kind and already agreed to speak with me. Hi, Bill. How are you today?
I can stand up.
Yes, thank you for that. Post position 6 for your incredibly talented Sovereignty. Just your initial thoughts.
No complaints about that. I'm happy. There's some speed inside, and it gives him a good opportunity to see what's unfolding in the race.
Looks unbelievable on the racetrack, but what sort of growth and progression have you seen in him since the Kentucky Derby?
Well, it's all been positive. I think he's gone the right way mentally, physically. He's stronger, and his, I guess the nice thing, you look at it, is races have gotten faster as the year has gone on, and he'll need to improve a little bit to get the job done here. It's a very competitive field. I think it's a great race. I think it's a wonderful race. You've got the 3-year-olds against the older horses. I mean, there's 3, top 3-year-olds in the race, probably, arguably the best 3 that have been around all year, and taking on the first 3 finishers of the Breeders' Cup from last year. I mean, it doesn't get any better than that. And then we throw in a Japanese horse for, good measure, and he's a world-class traveler and a horse that really has to be admired. So it's going to be a great race.
No doubt about it. Bill, thank you so much for the time.
Thank you.
30 years since Cigar won the Breeders' Cup Classic. Okay, I don't know if he's going to be happy about this because it looks like he's just about to get interviewed. But coming over his shoulder, Mr. Todd Pletcher, do you mind if I bother you? Of course. No, Brittany, I don't want you to do so. 3 runners in this year's Classic. Before we get to the post positions, just your thoughts on this field as a whole.
Yeah, like Bill said, I mean, it doesn't get any better than this. It's a super field. Everyone's been looking forward to it. Hopefully everyone shows up healthy and ready to go.
I just want to let you know I had nothing to do with the post position draws. I know you did not want the one for fierceness, but just your thoughts going into Saturday's race.
Well, I think, the difference is now Johnny knows that he made that mistake in the last start in the Pacific Classic here, so he'll hopefully be ready in case he were to think about doing it again. But I think it was just first time, and he did what a lot of horses do, kind of move towards open space, and fortunately he was good enough to overcome it.
Longer temporary rail, I'm hearing. And then 8 and 10 for your remaining two, Mindframe and Antiquarian, respectively. Your thoughts on those?
Yeah, I'm very happy with both of those. It gives, the riders an opportunity to kind of see how the race is unfolding. Both of them have tactical speed, can put themselves in a good spot, and hopefully get in a good rhythm, go from there.
Todd, thank you for the time. Best of luck.
Thank you.
All right, Nick, I'll send it back because, I'm pretty sure first pitch for the Dodgers already happened, so you know where I got to be.
Go Dodgers, right? We do this every year.
Yeah, we do. Well,
Okay.
We hope so.
All right, Breeders' Cup Classic. Just read you those morning line odds again. From Gate 10, Antiquarian, 15-1. Gate 2, Baeza, 15-1. Post position 4, Contrary Thinking, 50-1. From the inside, Fierceness, 4-1. 5, Forever Young, 6-1. 9, Journalism, 10-1. 8, Mindframe, 10-1. I missed out 3, Nevada Beach, 20-1. 7, Sierra Leone, 8-1. Defending Champ Sovereignty, 6-5. That concludes the Rood Riddle post position draw for Future Stars Friday and Championship Saturday. The Breeders' Cup World Championships 2025 is officially open. Ladies and gentlemen, what a weekend prospect. Thanks so much for watching.
And there you have it. 14 races filled for the 2 championship days coming up later on this week here at Del Mar. Fellas, let's just start with the big news, the Classic, the big one itself. It seemed, I don't want to say impossible, but improbable. But here we are again. Fierceness is down on the inside.
And who says there's no drama in a post-position draw? There's 2 stalls left, and it's down to Fierceness and Sovereignty for post number 1 and post number 6. And the stall that they did not want pops up for Fierceness, and he gets stall 1 once again.
It seems, watching the draw unfold today, that everyone who said they didn't want a stall number got the one they didn't want.
Yeah, there's clearly that's the biggest horse that drew post position number 1, but there's also big name horses that drew the rail in here. Rebels Romance in the Turf, Copion in the Sprint, Notorious in the Turf Sprint, had the rail again last year, has it again this year, Nitrogen in the Distaff, and Fierceness in the Classic. That's a lot of big-name horses that drew the fence.
Those are big-name horses to the inside, but Rishi, there are just as many big-name horses to the outside, including the European contingent.
Yeah, I said ouch a couple of times when I listened to the draw come out, and there are 2 in particular, Precise and Stad. They're in 13 and 14, both on the outside in their respective races. Christophe Soumillon's skills are going to be put to the test. And See the Fire, who I thought had a great chance in the filly and Mare Turf, she's also on the outside in 14. A couple of positives to mention for the Europeans. Notable speech in 2. I think the fact that he is habitually a slow starter, but he could perhaps from 2 get a nice comfy position on the inside, so William Buick won't be too far away on him. And Minnie Hawk in 8. Right. To be fair, I didn't mind where she ends up because she's such a straightforward horse. I'd be happy if she can see some daylight when she starts to make her run. I don't want her to be making her run through horses, so 8 sounds just about ideal for her.
A couple wide draws that stood out to me. Breeders' Cup Classic winner from a couple years ago, Wide Barrio in the Dirt Mile, short run of the first turn, post 10, field of 10, and then She Feels Pretty. Yes. In the filly Mare Turf, she's in post 13 in a field of 14.
Particularly if you have any question about how far she truly wants to go, she is not helped by having that outside draw at 1 mile and 3/8. The races have been drawn. The past performances will be out in a few hours. That means it's time for you to get to work. If you haven't already gotten to work, what have you been waiting for? But now it's really time to get down to the nitty-gritty. Friday and Saturday, they're the 2 best gambling days of the year here in the United States. Looking forward to the Breeders' Cup World Championships. Thank you for joining us here on FanDuel TV for the Rood and Riddle post-position draw. Good luck this weekend at the Breeders' Cup.
At Calumet Farm, we're proud to offer proven stallions to fit every breeder's needs. With over 72 million in progeny winnings on dirt and turf, our diverse roster is producing the champions of today and tomorrow. Calumet Farm, a legacy reborn.
Calling
calling all, Thrillionaires, calling all, calling all.